I don't know what in the world is going on with YouTube. Trying to get this set up. I didn't expect it to actually go live. Kept trying it out and stuff. But so this is really being a pain in the butt. Seriously. I don't know, for some reason it's not allowing me to bring in somebody extra, but if I go solo it works. I don't know what they did, but as soon as you try to add somebody, like me trying to bring in Jacob or Raj or whatever, it's not allowing me to do it. It blocks it for some reason. And I don't know, I was on the phone with them yesterday. Well, through the live chat, I was with them trying to figure that out, but it did not work out because I was still sending them information about it, and then they told me to do a certain specific task, which was send them video of what has going on. And as I was trying to do it, I lost the thread or the comment section. And I waited and waited for him to comment again. He never commented back, so I don't know if he was still waiting for me or didn't do it. I don't know, but it sucked. So I spent a lot of time yesterday on the phone with them trying to do that, and that put me behind on all the other work I had to do because I'm trying to get it fixed, and it's just not. Oh, it's not happening. Golly, that's a lot of videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 videos that I tried trying to get it done, and it finally went live this morning. But I can only do, I can't do a collaboration video on here. So, Jacob, man, I'm sorry, boss. I don't know why it's doing this. I am on it though. Trying to see what I can do or what needs to be done on their end. Obviously, that's definitely out of my control, but I do have VA appointments later on today. I'm just cleaning up the weights for the order that we got going out. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4 orders going out, and I was here till about what was it, 10:15, 10:30 last night, something like that. Cleaning up the weights and stuff, and still not good. So, but I did it. Now I also got in a hurry because I was trying to. That's what I forgot to do. Well, I'll give you an idea when I was working on this because I got to move it over right now so y'all can see, but. That's 1 ounce pyramids right there. There's another batch of 1 ounce pyramids. And then there's some more 1 ounce pyramids right there. And I've got to get it set up so that way, let me do this. My tripod. I'm so disorganized because this thing has got me thrown off. It is, where is my tripod? Oh, it's in the back. I put it that way. I haven't even been able to go live, so I've been, all my stuff from when I went down beach is still back over here. I have not had a chance to move it to the front. I hope so. Dang it. Oh, it's been a rough week, guys. Been a real rough week. And let's see. I have no idea where my tripod is at. I definitely need it because trying to hold this in good angles for y'all to see what I'm doing is virtually impossible without it. I have no idea what I did with it, you guys. Alright, let's see. this will work for the meantime, just so I can there you go. All right, I need these trays, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the weights over to another tray so I can continue working. Just in case. I'll move this one over too. Needless to say, guys, that's about I'd say 70 pounds of 1 ounce pyramids right there. Just to give you an idea, that's how much. And it's about 4 inches thick right there in that high spot. So, yeah. Oh, Daniel, I just got to work. Gotta at least let me start kind of working. Oh man, hold on. But this is only going to be a short video, guys. I just wanted to kind of test it to find out if that was something else too. Yesterday when I was talking to the guy or chatting with the guy from YouTube, he was telling me, well, can you at least go back and create a live and see what the actual malfunction is? So I was like, all right, cool. So I went through. I didn't type in anything. I just tried to go live. Well, that was the catch. Since I didn't invite nobody, it went live, and I'm like, what the hell? And I was like, and then I think you'll see in there, and I think I said the F word, and I ended the video, and at that point, I went back and I recreated the video and or tried to create a new live stream with trying to add somebody, and I think Jacob may have gotten the notification, and still, as soon as I added that, I checked that one thing off, it did not allow me to go live. So it's got to be something with the YouTube channel, not with AT&T, which is a good thing because I'm live. Obviously, it's working, and we got to see what's going on there. So. And actually, I forgot I have another, man, I'm going to be all over the place today with meetings and stuff like that. So, but we are finally getting a lot of some help. My son Nico is working here full time, and right now he's catching a ride in with one of his buddies to show up earlier. And so what he's doing, he's getting a jump start on the work that needs to kind of get done, because trying to do it in an 8 or in an 8-hour period when Jeff comes in is not happening. We're still falling too far behind for my liking, and so we're getting that. So yeah, he normally shows up around 5, and so he'll put several hours in before I actually get to work. And which is good, because now I can set up things, small projects that are dire projects. They're not just small, and I don't mean it in a derogatory way. It's a very important deal that he's doing for us, so it's given us an opportunity to make that happen. And so I'm looking forward to it. Also too, guys, if y'all will say a little prayer just for his light to keep shining on us, to allow us to keep enrolling and stuff like that, because we've got something that's coming down the pipeline. I got approached with it yesterday. It's very positive, guys. We can, if this works out, it looks like we'll be branching out to another store, but this time this store will be pretty much a hard life what's the best word? It'll be pretty much all my gear in there, and one other tackle shop or a gentleman that's starting up his own tackle and stuff like that. But his is all the light gear, for fishing the bays and stuff like that, which is cool because that's not really my big forte. He'll be targeting reds, trout, flounder, sheephead, drum, and stuff like that. But he's worked in my shop before, and so he knows a bit of it. I mean, obviously when it comes to the heavy questions, he'll have to, you know, refer them to me. But if this goes out, we'll be opening up another Hard Life affiliated business, and I'm excited. I'm really excited because it's something that I've always wanted to do. I just, you know, it takes a lot of funds to be able to open up a secondary, you know, shop, and we're looking at it. So yes. Update on the 100K giveaway. It is still happening. I'm just delaying us going through the winning selection process, and the reason for it, guys, I have confirmed some more sponsors that are sending us gear, and I want the gear to be in-house so that way everybody can see what is available. I do not want to start getting anybody's hopes up, because like I said, I wanted to get to at least 100 winners. That is my goal, is to get 100 winners. I'm still waiting on a couple of the other sponsors that to confirm exactly what they're giving us, and I'm telling them, hey man, this window's closing fast, because y'all are waiting, I'm ready to get this through so I can get back to doing what I normally do. So again, guys, that's why I haven't sat down to do the selection process yet. So because of that, y'all are still able to get in your votes. I will keep doing that until I say, hey man, all right, it's time to do, you know, and we'll start doing that. But again, guys, everybody that's participating in the comments of the 100K giveaway, because you cannot buy your way into the tournament, you got to earn your way in, or not tournament, but the giveaway, you got to do it that route. So, what up, boss? Morning. So with that being said, guys, that's what's in the work. I know some of the gear is coming in from Texas here, and like I said, one of the sponsors is somebody that, you know, is gonna catch y'all by surprise. I got another one that is looking to come in with something, and I hate it when I drop these 1 ounce pyramids because I got to get down there and go get it, but I will here in a bit. So we got Toby, Billion, Puppy, which is Whiskey Warrior, Henry, Billy, William, Jacked Up Leatherworks, what's up, brother? Tell Daniel I said hi and thank you for firing me. We got Ray. Let's see, CJH. How you doing, guys? Just now going back through and kind of seeing everybody's comments and stuff like that. So, yep. Thank you, India in the house. Yes, 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 yes. It is awesome to see everybody from different countries chiming into our channel. We're here in Corpus Christi, Texas, in the United States, and I am actually I'm cleaning weights. Let me go ahead and get it down here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. We poured our weights, and now all the extra little pieces that are on there that don't need to be on there, I'm cutting those off and cleaning them, so that way we can get these orders out. And yeah, nice. Come on, guys. Yes, work on them thumbs up. They definitely do help us be able to get more views, which makes the channel grow, which will also help us gain more sponsors and stuff like that. So it definitely does go full circle, guys. And when I get more sponsors, that means I get more gear that I can give away. Yeah, but trust me, you're helping me help you. Let's see. Yep. Yep, that is. Oh man. Yeah, no, I was just basically talking about everything that's going on with the channel. For some reason, it's not allowing me to invite anybody to go live with me on there. And that was one of the interesting things, like when I was chatting with a guy, and and he was telling me to do certain things, and when I was doing them, and then I kind of learned more of what is working and not working, and telling him about it. So I tried to get back into the chat, but for some reason it would not allow me, so I don't know what is going on with that. But I was on it for about 2 hours yesterday, maybe 3, trying to get that sorted, and yeah, it didn't work out. So we'll see what ends up happening today. Obviously, I cannot get on the phone right now because here in about 45 minutes, I'll be leaving the shop to go start my morning meeting regimen and stuff like that. So it is going. But how's everybody's weekend? We missed the fire drawing on Tuesday too, guys. I haven't been able to go live. So depending on how this goes today, if I cannot get this sorted, if Jacob is willing and able to later on today, I'd like to use the StreamYard to at least do the fire drawing. I didn't want to do it yesterday because I had plans to go through spooling of or down spooling of my tournament reels from the weekend, because I did find several spots that were bad while I was out there kayaking and coming back. So I tied knots in them, and it was funny because my guys were on the rods. They're like, "What the hell is this big old knot?" They didn't see when I had just reeled it in. I just left it in there because I really didn't need it, cleared out at that point. We were in a hurry moving from one spot to another, which is something that we rarely do, but it did pay off for us. We did move some locations, and because we did that, it ended up working out. So we did not place, but we did have some major fun while we were out there and stuff like that. So we do have to be off by 9 o'clock your time or 9 o'clock my time. Let's see. And if we work that out, maybe we can do yeah, no, guys, trust me, I've been trying to go live in the morning for quite some time. It's just normally when I'm doing that, I'm pulled in a bunch of different directions, and I honestly sometimes I have to sit there and focus on that because dealing with customers' paperwork or having to call and ask questions and stuff like that, sometimes I have to focus on that. So PM Central Time off. Okay, so 8 p.m. my time. Okay, so yeah, I was looking to probably do it around 6 or 7 our time, and go from there. So we definitely will have a time limit on this one, guys, to make sure that everything gets sold. So if y'all are interested in doing the fire drawing tonight to help expedite the amount of growth that we can have, you can send it through the Cash App at $Team Hard Life and get that set up. I'm not recommending calling the shop today, guys, because Jeff will be in the back working on weights, and him coming up here to do that does slow us down some. So I would really appreciate it if you do send it through the Cash App. Remember to put it as a gift, because they are going to tax the living crap out of me, and that defeats the purpose of us being able to do these fire drawings. So y'all can make a come up, and I can make a come up at the same time. But if I'm paying out taxes on it, it really does hurt me. So it will be $10 tickets today, as we normally do on Tuesday, and go from there. So, and depending on how it goes today, maybe we'll just do it today and not have to worry about the one tomorrow on Friday. But if y'all still want the one on Friday, because Friday's payday, then let me know. I will definitely be open to anything. But we are playing catch-up kind of deal on it. So Yes, we finally hit 100,000 subscribers earlier this week. I think it was Monday morning we actually hit it because it was crazy because I had looked at my comments and there was a comment maybe 15-20 minutes prior to me checking my phone, and it was talking about we're so close to the 100,000 subscriber mark, and I was like, oh, we'll hit it today for sure, you know. And took my daughter to school, talked with the teacher, got that sorted, came back to the house, and then when I got to the house, we were at 1,050 something, and I was like, oh man, Nora would have really freaked out if we had gotten 100,000 subscribers at that point. So, but we'll see how it goes. The sinkers with the legs, this one or my surf weights? Do I have one up here? Yes. We also have surf weights with actual legs. This one's a 3 ounce, and the legs will come out and they'll go a certain direction against the current, so that way when you're pulling on it, it'll lock your line in place. And there's Jaime with the super chat. And hold on. Oh man, I'm gonna miss that. What time are you going live, Jacob, for the unboxing from True North? These are called claw weights, and that basically when they sit like this and the current goes through them, they sit there and they bury themselves in the surf or in the current kind of deal. So we have them in 1 ounce through 10 ounces is the biggest that we have. So there's Hyman. All right, there's Hyman. But I'll basically just take note for right now. I'm not going to fill out the tickets because I don't have any space up here, guys. But I will take note of it so that way I can put you put your name onto the tickets, and we can go from there when we're on. Let's see, probably 11. Dang. Well, I will be at my actually I'll be on my road to the to my chiropractor. I got to see my chiropractor today. I can see him every Monday and Thursday, and it definitely has been a blessing to the. Ow! I felt like a mosquito. And there's Henry. Yes, sir. What's up, Daniel Garcia? How you doing? And again, guys, for all of y'all that are commenting for the 100K giveaway, we are going to be doing it. I'm just waiting on the CEROS. Got that. And 20. Gotcha. All right, guys. And if you send it through the Cash App, like I said, I will check that later on today when I do go live. I'm just having to write these down right now because I won't be able to go back and see the chat until later today, and it's just going to save me time right here. With the Cash App, as soon as I deal with your ticket, I will give you a thumbs up and let you know you are good to go that way. So, yes, there is a full list of sponsors right now. That is, you can see everybody's comments on the channel of what they are. I've even posted them on several of the videos and even on the comments. So be sure to check them out. I think I also posted it on the community page, if I'm not mistaken. That way you can get that set up and get your votes in. Like I said, we will be selecting how the, you know what, and actually I could probably do that today just to give everybody an idea of how many comments we'll need to win and stuff like that. So it's definitely going to be probably going to set it up to be like the first however many people get this number of comments selected to be winners for the deal. It's going to be a little bit easier to get there, so it shouldn't take a lot of work, but it could, because I'm not going to go video by video. I'm going to skip videos depending on how many videos it tells us to do, and that way I can rock through them quicker and get more winners faster. Because I do have to say, it does get pretty daunting trying to sit there and comment in after comment and go from there. But you know, that's what I asked for, so I'm gonna do it. Yes, and right now that's why I'm telling those sponsors to hurry up and get me their info so I can do an up-to-date list of it. And right now, all they've confirmed is yes, and what they were going to send me, but again too, I don't know all their gear entirely by name and what it offers and stuff. So I want to make sure that when I talk about their gear, that it comes in and is represented correctly, because that's the thing with sponsors. If you don't do it correctly, they tend to frown upon it. I mean, I know I would if somebody, you know, if I tell them to say something a certain way, because it needs to be set that way so people know what kind of gear I'm selling or how it's supposed to be used, you know. You definitely ain't going to use a cell phone as a toilet bowl cleaner, you know what I mean? So. That you do. Yes, Jacob, do some video shorts with that reel cover would be awesome. What's up, Craig? How you doing? Mr. Voodoo in the house. Yes, sir. But the guys that are piggybacking off of everybody else's comments, that's a real smart way, because like I said, normally if when I'm selecting the comments, a lot of times somebody doesn't say the right one, so I go to the very next person, or, you know, as I'm counting along, you know, it'll be the comment that I need, so I don't have to keep looking for other people's comments on there and stuff like that. So that's a very good little game plan. If you see somebody else's comment in the channel that's not in collaboration with the 100K giveaway comment selection process, that might be a cue for you to put that comment in there. Game planning strategy. Yes, sir. Oh, man. Oh, I hate this. Live chat. Okay, there we go. Switch it over to live chat. I was like, why do these comments look different from over here? But we'll get it. No, Jacob, no. That's a negative, Ghost Rider. Yeah. Yeah, because, well, actually, if you say ditto and their comment was not what we're looking for, then you just shot yourself in the foot. Hello? Trying to get a little bit lazy on me, bro. Nope, not going to happen. But also too, guys, I still seen, I was like, man, I said, watch, we're gonna hit 100K and we're gonna die. We're gonna just stall out there. But no, we've actually kept going. We've gotten 3,000 subscribers since Monday, which is good. You know, today, if we're keeping at least, you know, anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 subscribers a day, we should be rocking and rolling. We should really be hitting some major numbers. So we'll keep passing on the word on it and doing what we need to do. But I do have, I wish I didn't have these meetings, but I do got to get them done. So. Yes, Daniel, you can still do the comments to enter. I'm going to go ahead and extend it until I get the actual prizes in-house from multiple sponsors that are coming through on it. And so I just want to stay on track with all of it and stuff like that, because last time we did the sponsorship packages and stuff like that, and we hadn't gotten them in, so they and I can understand, you know, they were running another business. They were actually opening up a secondary shop, another tackle shop for them. So because of that, they were kind of, you know, spread out thin, and I understand. But they did not forget us. The gear is shipping out. It should ship out today, if not yesterday, getting it sent to us. So we're going to rock and roll with that. So. Yes, sir. The thumbs up are very important, guys. It helps the algorithm of the YouTube keep trying to put our video out there. With the more thumbs up it gets, in accordance with the amount of people that are watching. So obviously, you know, channels that have a lot of thumbs up and people commenting along with the video also helps out. So for me, I got to go fishing this weekend. One of the bigger things, I don't know how many of y'all watched the award ceremony where we were live there, and we had some conversation with some other fishermen, and you know, one of them kept basically trying to say, why are we spending so much money on braid if we're going to continue breaking off? And I was like, well, there's multiple reasons for that. One is failure on the fisherman to go through his line to make sure that there weren't any frays prior to the tournament. And that was something that the fisherman was like, hey man, that's, you know, my fault. He owned up to it and said, you know, I didn't go through my line because one, he didn't see one that was that important that he needed to fix. But again, he did have catastrophic failure during the big run when it needed to happen or needed to stay together, and this was enough for the other fishermen to say, well, this happened twice. You know, you've been hooked up and stuff like that with monster fish, and it breaks off. And he goes, again, it was his failure to not go through his line the way he should have. But now he knows a little too late, you know, but again, too, you know, since he's known to hook up big sharks like that, he is going to make an effort to get down here earlier so we can go through his line on all his reels prior to the tournament to make sure that they are good to go. That was one of the things that I wanted to do when I earlier on this week, was go live like that to go through, because I can show y'all the knots that I tied in my gear while I was reeling in and stuff, and or while I was out on the kayak. And when I'm out in the kayak, you'll be able to tell those immediately, because the loops will be really long. You know, the tag end will be really long on that, because one, I don't take a knife out there with me normally, just because I'm afraid I might cut myself or actually cut the whole line off, and that'll be some major trouble right there. So let's see. All right, good deal. Maintenance of your equipment is a major one. So, you know, and you know, one of the things he kept saying was the line, well, for him to fill up a reel cost him 80 bucks. And I was like, okay, cool. I said, that's very cheap. I said, but you know, how often do you have to replace your line? He's like, oh, I do it like every 3 trips. And I was like, okay, so safe to say, I know you fish all year long, but let's say you do 30 trips a year. And he goes, well, yeah. And I said, so you're telling me it costs you $800 to maintain that line capacity on that reel? And he goes, well, yeah. And I was like, okay, so that already tells me you're spending more money than I am maintaining your line capacity. And when, yes, so initially I spend a lot more, you know, to fill up the reel. And so it's going to take you multiple trips to get to where I'm at. But again, too, at that point, now I'm maintaining my line capacity, and that's where the savings start to come into play. And I go, and the other thing is, too, all my original braid from the center of the spool out maybe to 1,000 yards is all the original braid that I had on there from when I originally spooled the reels. And so I've never had to see the center of my spool stripping line off to replace it. I go, so the long-term effect of buying expensive braid means I save more money in the long run compared to you buying the cheaper braid up front and then having to replace it. And so he sat there for a second and he goes, you know, you're right on that. And I was like, well, that's why we spend more money up front on the more expensive braid, because in the long run, I'm going to end up saving money on there. And so that's why I cannot use the cheaper braid to fill up my reels. Now, something else may work out on this, and I cannot vouch for the type of line it is. You know, doing a cheaper hollow core, maybe it might work, but I don't know because I don't fish with that type of line. So I cannot sit there and tell you, hey man, go with cheaper braid to fill up your line and it'll help. Okay, cool. But does it last long on the reel? What I mean by that, like some of the line we've had on the reels, we still got Jerry Brown on some of the reels. Some of them. But mostly now, all I have is tight line and Cortland lines on my reels. That way, I know which line I'm dealing with, but also too, it gives you an example of the life of the line on the reel, meaning it does not deteriorate being on the reel for so long, and it becomes a problem later on down the road. So that is something that you need to take real heed to, because buying a line that is really good, but then it starts to fail after 6 to 9 months of being on the reel because of pressure or being exposed to water or being exposed to sun. I mean, these are all things that can really make or break the reason why I put line onto a reel. And for me, it's got to be able to put up with the with the conditions that you're going to put it in. Fish, you know, fishing, salt water, and sun. What is going on here? Let me see. Wow. Man, my phone almost tried to do an update. I just did updates last night. Like, why should it even be asking me? Glad I caught it though. So, yeah. What's up, Chris? How you doing, boss? So I got about another, 15 minutes, maybe 20 on the channel. Hopefully I can get these 1 ounce pyramids finished off. Right here at the corner, there's a little sharp edge right there. And what I'm doing is, it's on both sides sometimes. Yeah, this one don't really have it, but this one it does. And what I'm doing is I'm tapping it to take it down to make sure that when I put these weights into bags, they don't slice the bag open and the weights come pouring out. But also too, when people are reaching their hand in there, that it don't give them a little cut, so. Lime conditioner with a salt crystal buildup. Explain more of that, boss. To be honest, I've never heard of that. So that would be a negative that if I ever used it. I did want to start doing a polish on the center of the spool of the reels, just to help ensure that, because we have seen some of the reels that when they sit there with the line for so many years, they end up building some kind of oxidation on the center of the spool, and it basically erodes the anodized coloring off the center of the spool, and because of that, it starts to corrode it from the inside out. Now, granted, it would take a very, very, very long time for it to make it to where it messes with the integrity of the reel, because most of that is surface corrosion. But I have seen where it does create some pretty deep gouges into the reel, depending on how quickly, or maybe it finds some kind of impurity in the makeup of the reel, or the metal that was used. So that you're talking about, like, squeezing lemon juice onto the line of the reel? Are they doing this on braid, or are they doing it on mono? Oh, it's like a wash soap for the reel. So are you saying after you use it? After a trip. Oh wow, I just saw the channel sat there and buffered for a little bit. Is that the first time that it's buffered, or is it? That's the other thing too. I've not heard back from AT&T about it. So once I get through with my meetings today, I will be calling back and filing a complaint again with AT&T, calling the corporate number, so that way I can figure out what they're going to do. Because man, that time period that the cell towers were down, I had horrible service, and because I had horrible service, it cost me dearly. I lost a lot of sales through the YouTube channel that I normally would get, and or the views, and so it cost me a lot. So. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, it tried to do that update, but that's crazy. I updated both of the phones yesterday, because like I said, when I was dealing with this issue, not being able to add Jacob or Raj to the channel, it sucks. It really does. And actually, we had a reel wash in here, but I had not, like I said, I hadn't been doing all the fishing that I normally do, so I did not get to use the product. But they do very well in a bunch of other stores, because a lot of people do use it on a regular basis. I just hadn't been able to go fishing as much as I want to, so I really didn't have a use for it. And so maybe now I can try to go fishing more. That's always the goal, guys, is to go out and go fishing. But when things aren't working out at top speed over here at the shop, that's when I have to step up and make sure it's going right and get it done. So kind of fly guys do for their line? Okay, so I guess what threw me off was the when you said lime, or it should have been line, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's what threw me off big time. Like I said, normally before a lot of when I was fishing all the time, I didn't put any kind of protectant on my line or the reels. If I ever rinsed them, that was about the only thing I did do with them, but only because we would be in an environment where the sand would be caked all over the reel, so I would rinse it off that way. And so I really never did that. But again, too, is also because a lot of these reel protecting companies or reel washers were not invented at that time. But now that they're starting to do that, it is something that, you know, I should obviously start doing it as well to show how well the products work, and also to help, you know, y'all as well who are trying to protect your gear for the long term and stuff like that. I really didn't pay much attention to it, guys, just because for me it was putting the gear through the ringer to ensure that the tackle that I am using can do everything that all the other gear that I've been using, or better. That's the hardest thing, guys, is when you're buying tackle and spending a lot of money, you want to make sure you invest your money into gear that can take the abuse that you're going to put it through, and not just like sitting there beating on it, but your normal usage. Hard life. Hard life. Hello. All right, so, and for me, you know, growing up with all the gear that I grew up with, when I learned I could not clean the pin reels because of all the springs that are in it and stuff like that, I took one apart, never got it back together. So after that, I decided not to mess with them anymore. But when I got into the Avid reels, I learned that they're a lot easier to clean and maintain than the pin reels and Shimano's and all the other reels in the market, because they just made them so dang complicated to clean up, disassemble, or even put back together. So by me not cleaning them, I was trying to mimic the same lifestyle that the other reels grew up with, because it would be, to me, in my eyes, it was unfair for me to buy in on this expensive gear and then for me having to baby it to make it last. So that's why I never really got into maintaining my gear with, you know, a reel wash or stuff like that, other than the normal rinses that like I did for my other gear. But now that they've already proven themselves to be there, that maybe now I should start maintaining my gear to make it last that much longer, or better, or make it look good. One of the things that I did love about the way I used to take care of my gear, I used to have a cheap toolbox from Walmart, and I had a whole bunch of Crown Royal bags that I would literally, after every trip, I'd rinse off all my gear right there on the pier, pull off the reels, put each reel in its own Crown Royal bag, and then put it in the toolbox, and then I would wrap up my rods, and I would leave the pier. Well, during the transition of moving from the pier to the house, and to the house to back to the pier for my next trip, every time I pulled the reels out of the bags, they would be completely shined up, because basically they're sitting there shaking and getting a fine polish on the reels. And so I never really had any worry of crystallization buildup from the dried up salt water on them. And since I rarely fished the beach at that time, I didn't have to worry about it. But when I did fish the beach, I got home, because that's when I could finally get to some water, I would rinse my gear off, pull the reels off, and put them in those Crown Royal bags. Those are amazing. I don't know about y'all, but that was my uh, what's it called? My routine. That was my routine for when I would go to the pier or leave the pier and stuff like that. So it was definitely a lot of work for sure, but it paid off. It really did. I had great looking gear at all times because of the Crown Royal bags. No, I did not, Jaime. So was I doing it wrong posting your sponsor? I also have to add a comment. The comment helps, boss, because it kind of gives it an idea of what the video is about. You got to remember too, a lot of people, the videos are like Facebook posts. When you're watching, when you post on a or comment on a post on Facebook, you know, if you just put, you know, what's the word? They would post something on the comment of a video or a post on Facebook just to get it back to the top of the news feed. Well, when somebody's reading something on the feed, it's different than an actual video. So by actually commenting something about the video, it helps whoever comes across that video to decide, hey man, that might be something that I want to watch. So yes, you know, if you did actually put a comment on there, guys, about the video, what it's about, or even asking a question, but again, kind of remind me, because I've got over 4,000 videos posted, guys, so it makes it a little difficult to remember every single video off of a little bit of a thumbnail. So just kind of giving you a heads up on that, to refer a reference point or something like that about the video would be awesome. So morning, Sturgeon. What's up, boss? Zach, how you doing? Do you use 125-pound spider wire on a Pen 45 GLS? What do you fish for with that, Toby? Uber, no, your gear is going out today, boss. Jeff got the notes down and stuff like that, and it will be shipping out today. We're just waiting for the postman to come by. So, and I'm sorry that I didn't get it out last week, because I know you wanted it for the tournament. It's just, last week was bad, real bad. One of the things I do miss about doing all of that is I had this rod carrying deal that I had set up, where it allowed me to, when I pulled the reels off my rods, I would strap it to the handrail, and it would unwind long ways like this, so the rods would be like this across the handrails, and it was 4 foot wide. So literally, when I strapped it to the handrail, it would go all the way to the floor. And so I was able to store my rods out of the way against the handrail, so even if somebody had to fight a fish, they could walk right past it and not even be affected by all my rods, you know, in the case right there, because they were, you know, they're only, what, 2 inches thick, and they were right up against the rail wall itself. So I liked it because I could keep my gear there stowed, you know, in a good way, and not have to worry about anything happening to them, or it blocking other fishermen from moving around while they were hooked up with the fish. So yes, like a knife roll. Yes, sir. Yeah, I remember when Toby went through that. Who else was going through something like that? I forgot. But yes, by putting something, a little comment on there about the video, or even a question about the video, it does allow it, and you get more comments that will actually stick. And the reason why I'm saying that, because I've also been seeing where a lot of the comments that are coming up are, you know, a year old or 2 years old, and I never got to see them. Because what I have been doing is when the comments come up, I start going through that video and looking for any of the comments that I have not responded to. And it's not because I chose not to, is because they're not coming up on the feed to allow me to actually comment on them. So that's why it is important. If you want to see your comment to be seen, you definitely got to make it to where the algorithm does not block your comment thinking it's just a computer spammer or something like that. So. All right, John, give Monkey a heads up from us here. We'll look forward to some more reports later on, John. I will be live later on this afternoon for the fire drawing. You know, hopefully YouTube can get this sorted so I can go live regularly. And the reason why I like it regularly rather than the StreamYard is because it allows me to show both sides of the camera like I did earlier. Like I could show y'all what I want to show y'all without having to face the camera down, and hopefully y'all can see what I'm trying to show y'all. About 6 o'clock this afternoon, Central Standard Time. That's when I'm looking to do it. Yeah. Well, getting down to it. Alright guys, I'm going to finish off these little bit of weights, and then I'm going to have to call it because I got to hit the road so I can do my gear for the day. But again, if you want to get into the fire drawing, it will be later on this afternoon. $10 buy-in. Send your funds via the Cash App. It will really help us there. Or through the live super chat later on. But I'm just saying, if you want to get a head start on it, send it through the Cash App. It will really definitely help us make up for missing out on Tuesday. And probably, you know, we'll do it just today instead of doing it tomorrow. Unless there's guys that cannot get in today and want to do it tomorrow, by all means, I'm game for it, you know. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty excited because I'm still trying to work on all the videos. I did make it a little more complicated on myself, but again too, I was trying to catch different angles of the fishing trip that we had. I got videos going down beach, driving down beach, the sunrise and stuff like that. It was pretty awesome. We caught some really good footage, but again too, it's kind of hard to edit and get all that up when I'm also having to stop and clean weights and break weights and stuff. So edit. Oh, my pose. No, you don't, Hyman. That is fine as long as I'm commenting on them or acknowledging them. That shows that they are showing. But if I have not, that might be something to do that will help your comment get seen. But I'll also do this too, guys. When there's several of y'all that are commenting back and forth on that comment, it'll pretty much only allow me to comment. I mean, I can comment every single one and kind of select your name to basically acknowledge that that comment was for you in response to yours. But that does take a lot longer. And right now, I'll be honest, there's quite a bit of y'all that are commenting on there, and it's keeping me busy. So by all means, it's not a complaint. I'm just kind of giving you a heads up. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. And for those of y'all that are not getting into the 100K giveaway, excuse me, you're gonna miss out. Got some fine prizes that are gonna be given away. And once I start getting the sponsors packages in, that'll be it. Like, I won't accept any more comments, and you won't be able to sneak them in because it'll say, hey, within the last couple of minutes or last hours or the last day, you know, and those comments will be disqualified. But I am extending it as I'm waiting on my prizes to come in. So yes, looking forward to it. Yeah. That was something else that I was trying to address with him, but he was telling me that we'll work on one problem at a time. So obviously, since that didn't get dealt with, I will be getting on the phone again today with him, but it's going to be kind of tough with the schedule I got today. I definitely got a lot of gear or a lot of things to get done with meetings I got to go to and stuff. So, well, it's only working for the solo act. When I tried to bring Jacob and Raj on, it was not allowing me to go live that way. And I like having my brothers on the channel with me, for sure. And if y'all haven't gone to subscribe to Jacked Up Leatherworks, guys, y'all need to go subscribe to his channel, because we're trying to get him to at least 1,000 subscribers so he can start making some extra money on the YouTube channel, guys. So we definitely want to go show some love and support for our sponsors channel. And again, too, even Sharkotic as well is one of our channel sponsors here on YouTube. I'd like to definitely get some more sponsors for the channel, and I've got some things in line, so we will see what's up. But I definitely interested in the growth that we are doing. All the different countries that are chiming in, thank you again for subscribing to our channel and letting us know where you're from and stuff like that. Also, too, what kind of fishing do you like to do? You know, if you're in China and the Philippines and India, Indonesia, wherever y'all are from, guys, let us know what kind of fishing you do. And don't worry, guys, we don't, as long as you're not doing illegal things, you know, we don't frown upon it. Everybody, there's different lifestyles of fishing, knowledge out there, and we definitely want to share it all. So again, guys, I am done here. So that was the tray of weights I just cleaned right there. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm out. I gotta go wash my hands, and I gotta go hit the road and bike and fishing. There he is from the Philippines. Very nice. All right, guys, I gotta run over here. I will be live later on this afternoon, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. And we will see what's up. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll talk to y'all later.